First of all, a very good evening, everyone. And of course, I welcome you all for this AWS Solutions Architect Training Program. Yeah, I'll just recap what we have spoken in our yesterday's class. So we have continued two important services along with the cloud formation, that is Beanstalk. So we understood about various elements, how this Beanstalk can integrate and give you, especially for the web applications, a common. Everything automatic. Everything is taken care, like your instance and application loading, and of course your AMI, your everything is configured into the dashboard itself. So we only thing is that the application developer or whatever it is for the web developer, he just need to upload the code and the server is ready. Server is ready. Even the load balancer auto scaling is also a part of Beanstalk. So we understood about how you can even customize later once this Beanstalk is created. We verified that we created a what we call an application, that is a Tomcat application, and then we launched accordingly, and then we verified it started working. Yeah, that is the most important thing. And later on, we also understood about how to change the configurations. You can change dynamically. Okay, even the application or the web developer can, if he has complete access to Beanstalk from the application itself, from the service itself, he can really manage the what we call as the configuration. Not only that, he can pull the logs, he can view the watch alarms, or whatever it is, more or less. He can assign keys, he can change instance, whatever it is. And later on, we also understood about what is Lambda. A presentation also we have done. Lambda, it is a serverless, it is completely a SaaS, software as a service. We understood about in a shared pool what Amazon is having. So just upload your code, okay, whether it is a PHP code or maybe anything, .NET or maybe anything. So just upload and then just execute the results. Yesterday we tried to do in FreeTire as well as in Sandbox. Of course, there were some technical glitches. We could not do that, but I have demonstrated, I showed you in the YouTube video. Okay. So you can, that is more or less done by the developers, but still you can also practice and do that. And later on, I had gone through a demonstration of this SDK, that is Eclipse also. So I hope everyone understood about the importance of SDK, that is, and also how that is Eclipse. There are various other popular packages like Eclipse, etc. Maybe like what we call as Visual Studio, etc. is also a part. But this is okay. We demonstrated Eclipse, a community edition, and then we saw about how you can go through the buckets or maybe EC2 or maybe anything. All the development related activities can be managed by what we call as Eclipse, that is SDK. Yeah, any quick questions if anyone has? Yes, please respond. Otherwise, we'll move ahead with today's class. Yes, please. If there are no questions, just let me know there are no questions. Or if there are any else questions also, you can ask me at a later stage also. Yes, please.
Nothing from my side.
Okay, Shashank, nothing. Okay, so I hope everyone has gone through all the sessions of recordings. I shared all those things in the WhatsApp video also, all the important yesterday's one, including the class recordings. Okay, so yeah, if there are still any questions pending from anyone, please ask. I'll just share my system. Meanwhile, I expect everyone to log into your Sandbox also, or either a FreeTire. Sandbox is also very important for us. So today we may do one of the KC also. Okay, so this is my console. Yes, I have already signed in. I am ready with the Sandbox environment. So initially for our today's lab, I just want to create one of the EC2, any Linux server for today's lab. Just to create an EC2, any Linux server. So I launch an instance quickly. In a Sandbox or anything is okay. To micro, maybe review and launch. I'm not accessing, I just want an instance, that's all. Yeah, instance is now launching. I hope everyone can do this particular part. So the instance is getting ready, let it get through. Yeah. So today's class will be on CloudWatch and CloudTrail. CloudWatch and CloudTrail, very, very important services. We need to learn about all these things. And this is a part for solutions architect, developer, or even sysops also. Anything. We need to know about that. See, just for an outline, understand CloudWatch is nothing but monitoring. CloudTrail is nothing but logs. I'll just write. The first part which I'm going to teach is this CloudWatch. Yeah, I hope already I have shared my desktop, I believe. Can you see my shared desktop?
Yes, sir. You can see.
Okay. So this CloudWatch, in cut short, you can say this is monitoring like CPU, okay, anything, CPU, CPU activities, especially CPU, or maybe even your disk IO, okay, disk performance, that is all, and network, and so on, network, not for memory, rest all things you can do, network, in and out, all these things you can monitor. The second one which you will learn, CloudTrail, is basically, which is logs. CloudTrail is nothing but logs, logging activities, event logging. Okay, this is the first one is monitoring. So again, I tell you, there are these are CloudTrail and CloudWatch. To certain extent is free. To certain extent it is free. Beyond a certain extent you need to pay. Okay. So for our free tier we are going to learn certain things. Okay. And also I'll tell you what are all the things which you need to pay for access, especially in the industries, even for CloudTrail also. Okay. So first let us learn about CloudWatch. So I have a short presentation. First let us go through the presentation and then we will move ahead with the lab. Okay. I just say slideshow. I hope you all can see my screen. CloudWatch.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here you see this one. What for this CloudWatch? Monitoring can be done. You can monitor your EC2. You can monitor your volumes, that is block volumes, block store volumes. Yes, load balancers. You can even do auto scaling monitoring. RDS, you can monitor. SQS, SNS, we are going to learn next week or maybe tomorrow's class. Let me check. And of course, your EMR stands for map reduce. Okay, elastic map reduce, which you use for big data, large, huge data. Okay, that's not part of our syllabus. Storage gateway, DynamoDB, all these things you can monitor. See, you can see this one also. With Amazon CloudWatch, you can access up to minute statistics. Up to 5 minutes is the default one. That is free. If you want less than 5, you need to pay for that. That is customized, we say. Okay. View graphs. You can see a bar graph or line graph or whatever is the type of graph. And also in CloudWatch, you can even set alarms also. Alarms. That is most important. So use auto scaling to remove. You can even use auto scaling also using this CloudWatch. I'll speak about that. So broadly, if I say in CloudWatch, you can say, sorry, what happened? So in some of the actions which we need to perform in CloudWatch, especially in CloudWatch. So I'll tell you, this is the first one is the metrics. We call it metrics. Metrics is anything which is measurable value, which contains values which can be captured, values which can be like measurable, anything which can be measurable, you can take that, which can be captured. Okay, so this is the first part. B, alarms. Suppose, like I say, if my CPU is crossing more than 90%, alarm, I should get an alarm. Alarms are nothing but notifications, which can be sent, okay, notifications which can be sent to email or maybe SMS or anything or even websites also. This is second part which we need to learn in CloudWatch. The third part in CloudWatch we need to learn about actions. Okay, that is a part of your alarms only. If an alarm comes, what action you need to take is a part. Okay, continuation to alarms. Until unless you get an alarm, you can't do any actions. Continuation to alarms. So what it does, like if your CPU is continuously for more than, you can define an alarm. Okay, you can stop the instance, reboot the instance, or something like that. That is called as an actions. Okay, part continuation to alarms. You can define. Okay, define action to alarm. Okay, these are the three things. Normally B and C are combined. So let us learn about all these three in CloudWatch. Is this clear, everyone, what we are going to do today? This is all monitoring. So CloudWatch provides customers with visibility to resource utilization, operational performance, and overall demand patterns, including metrics such as CPU utilization, disk read and writes, and network traffic. Right? So yeah, I'll show you all these things. Signing up, no additional software needed, and by default, the monitoring is started automatically. You need not do any activities here. By default, it will. And you may say that are there any charges for this thing? Default no. Default no. So normally when you go outside market, they what they do, they create an instance, they buy licenses for monitoring, they buy licenses for logging in, everything. They have to pay for it. But here you get everything once you buy an instance. So today I'm having some cough and cold, so please bear with me. In between I may do a cough or something like that. Okay, so just for your information. Okay, where we are? All right. Yeah, in metrics, we will first learn about metrics, measurable metrics. Certain things are free. What is that free? By default, whenever you launch an instance or RDS or anything, so the metrics is captured. But by default, everything is captured for 5 minutes. Please understand that every metrics is captured for 5 minutes. I'll show you here. I have just launched an EC2 for all of you. You can see here. So we learned about these details. I just selected this particular instance. We learned about security. We learned about security is nothing but groups and all these things. We learned in the beginning. We learned about networking, the VPC and all these things. We learned about storage, that is 8 GB, whatever it is, earlier EBS and etc. We learned about status checks, 2x2 health check passed. So these are the two things which are there. Now we are going to learn about monitoring. This is nothing but watch. This is nothing but watch. Once the instance is running, you can see all these metrics are by default started. You can see this one. You can see, scroll down, all the things are there. Starting from CPU utilization, you can see this one, CPU utilization. Every 5 minutes, one capture. You can see, you can enlarge also. Just click this one, 3 dots and say enlarge. You'll get a screen full. You see the reading in the x-axis, it is every 5 minutes. 1305, 13010, 30. Next matrix, you'll get it. These are all the things by default. You need not do anything. By default, it will be captured. You can see this one. In the initial, it is 0.165. It has gone to 0.2. It may, whatever it is, it will be captured and it will be shown on the screen. So you can say average, you can say minimum, maximum, but it won't work here. You can reduce even up to 5 seconds also, but it won't show. It will only, because this is the default one. You need to go change the tire. Okay, then only you get all the things lesser than 5 minutes. I hope you all understood, because this is free tire. You may not get it. It may take a sample of every 5 seconds, but it will display every 5 minutes only for you. So is this an average or minimum or maximum? You can see it is almost same. Here it is same. Maximum, this is peak. Minimum, maximum also. Average is overall summing. You can see this particular one. So 0.2 is the average. But here, if you say maximum, means it will show you 1% is the maximum. If you ask about the minimum, you will see the minimum value which has come. Minimum value 0.16, like that. So this is self-explanatory. You can easily understand about all these things. And these are the type of graphs which you can see. This is one type of graph. Okay, you can set accordingly 1 hour, this is 1 hour interval. No, I want 2 hours interval, you can see from 2 hours interval. No, I want 1 day interval, 1 day interval. You can see the entire graph for 1 day in this single one which is there, right? So I hope this is all understood. So here last 1 hour, if you want to see, this is the graph which is there. This is the one, right? And if you want, you can turn off. So this is CPU utilization. Statistic failed. This is not much important for us because we already saw network in, network out, network packets in, network packets out. So you can see disk read in, disk read out, operations, disk write, operations, everything. CPU credit balance, usage, all these things are recorded. Yeah, any questions in default ones which are there? Yes, please. Any questions from anyone? One of you can respond if everything is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
The,
right.
uh, the value in the graphs, like
Mm-hmm.
in Excel or something.
Mm-hmm. No, you want to see, I'll explain a little bit more also. I'm just
Okay.
showing you the base of this particular one. Okay. So, yeah, you can see view in metrics also. You can, I'll show you. I'll open this CloudWatch. This is the one. And you can export also all the things.
Okay.
This is, so I will not show you like this. I will just close this particular one. Just note down the instance ID. Just note down the instance ID.
Okay.
Okay, and then yeah, you can customize accordingly. I'm just noting down the instance ID here. All right, yeah, ask me.
So any changes in the default values, be it increasing the interval or decreasing the interval,
You can only do in customizing. Default, no.
okay.
That is
So
applicable up
way
to,
we
yeah,
increase the interval or decrease it in customization, that would be
yeah,
charged.
chargeable. But here it's not. Here it's not, and it won't be shown here. I'll show you in CloudWatch. So open this,
So
not
can we
this
say the
one.
CloudWatch is by default running whenever we create an instance?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let us go to the CloudWatch service. I'll show you over there. So from the instance itself, I have shown you just now, monitor resources and applications. You see this one, I'm opening the service called as CloudWatch. So till now what I have shown is only just from the instance itself. But that and this is almost the same. So you see this one, this is the dashboard of your CloudWatch. You can see this one, this is the dashboard. You see this metrics is there, alarms is there, logs is there, events is there, insights is there. We may not learn all the things. Insights are nothing but something extracting in a graphical format and then exporting to Athena or database or something like that. Okay. So first let us learn about metrics. Then we will learn about alarms and then we will also go through the events. Okay, these are the most important things which are there. Logs also will be there, hundreds and hundreds of logs will be there. So metrics. So just go to all metrics. So you see this one, all metrics. So but I don't want all these metrics. I want only EC2 metrics. You can see the service here. So you are already in North Virginia. You can see the same thing. Select the EC2 metrics. I want to select my own instance metrics, which I have captured here. This is the one. I want to see this metrics, right? So how to do that? Go to your metrics, per instance metrics. Okay, scroll down. You may be having a lot of instances here, lot of instances, the things which has been failed or for or even running or completed, the previous ones, all the things will be shown here. But I want only the instance related to this, which I have copy pasted and press enter. It's now filtered. So there are about 17 metrics which are there. So if you want a little bit, you can extend. I don't want all these things. There are huge number. I want metrics on CPU utilization. You see this one? Just select that. Once you select that, you can see the graph has already come. The same one. Earlier one, the first two things, points you have seen. Now the third point which has come down. Got it, everyone? The same one, which you have seen in, which we saw at the, what we call as EC2, monitoring. Okay, if you want to change the type of graph, you can change it, bar graph, but better is always line graph. Better is always line graph. You see all these things. A little bit more, a little bit more. You can see staggered area, but always line is preferred. Okay, this is 3 hours graph. You see this 12 hours custom, which we already saw over there, the same one which is being displayed here also. So here you can see one additional column is there. This is the one, and this is the bar length which is there. And now you can see this one. This one also interval you can set. Interval you can set. Default is 5 minutes. So you can set even 2 minutes also. It will take samples every 2 minutes. Every sample of 2 minutes. But it will not show here. It will not show here. Right? It will take sample of 2 minutes. So default is always 5 minutes. Default is always 5 minutes. Under actions also, you can download as CSV. This is the question you asked me, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, you can download as CSV. CSV is Excel sheet. Yeah, you got it. So the whole month, how it is, every 5 minutes, okay, whatever is the performance, you can see the CPU activity of this particular one, So you can see this one. This is the metrics. 25, 13. Timestamp is also there. And if you are good in doing the graphs, perfect. You'll get a graph also. Where is that graph view? Insert. I think we have not mentioned the reference label. So what you can do, align graph. Location range, I can keep it here and say okay. It's not valid because cells are not same in the row. Why? May not be, but you can get it. Maybe a column we can try. Location range where I wanted to have. Not here. Maybe I'll try from here. Say okay. It's not coming, but it will come. The graphs also you can take it and put it across the management, across all these things. Got it, everyone? So this is about the utilization graph in exported format. This also can be done. And it can be shown across the real time, and it can be put across in presentations. Whether it is CPU, whether it is network in, network out, all the what we call as equations can be, all the performance can be really notified. If you go for custom, then it will go for a little bit more. Okay, so this is about metrics. Is this clear, everyone? Metrics.
Where are we changing the interval?
Yeah, I showed you, right?
Sorry, that should
one.
be, that's about the refresh of the graph display eyes.
That is enough. It will take the samples like that.
Okay.
Or I'll tell you one more thing. This is the default one. You can write your own script for customization. I'll show you. I have a video for customization. If you want a little lesser, see, are you only monitoring your CPU, network, and disk I/O, not anything else? We have various other requirements, right? Yes or no?
Okay.
So how do we do that? Those are called as custom metrics. These are called as system, the default metrics, which are there inside the system, and it is free. Custom metrics are chargeable. I'll show you.
Are we seeing the option of customization now, or?
I have a video for that because that is not free. Again, I tell you.
Okay.
Customization is not free.
Okay.
I did a video also, but for that you need to have good knowledge in Linux. Shell scripting is required. Without shell scripting, you can't write custom, what you call as metrics. No.
So metrics changes can only be done through the code, not from the
shell scripting, because it has to push from there. Okay, it has to push from there, from your server. Suppose if you want to have maybe what we call as time-based volume. Okay, how much each volume is using the disk. Okay, something like that. This will not show all those things. I mean, you got it what I'm saying, the disk usage.
Okay, yeah.
Naturally, we may like to monitor those disk uses, maybe going beyond 90% or something like that. So how will you do that? It has to be written inside the server. It's not external. It's not CPU infrastructure. It is basically the disk usage. It's not disk IO. It is also the disk usage. So we need to keep an alarm. We need to keep a what we call as a custom matrix. I'll show you about that similarity to that. You can once we complete, I'll show you that. Okay, but please be more precautious to do that. There is a documentation also because those are chargeable. Similarly, you can have your own customized scripts.
Even
Sorry?
from Sandbox?
Sandbox, no, you don't get. From free tier you get, but there will be charges. Sandbox has restricted many things. At least I'm seeing all these things.
Okay.
Right?
Sir, yeah.
Okay. Right. So we understood about what we call as metrics. Okay. Let us learn about these alarms. So these alarms. So there are three status in alarms. Please understand this one. Here, three status. 1, 2, 3. The first one, you can see this one. This is called as in alarm. This one, this symbol, in alarm. The second one is called as OK. OK. The third one is called as insufficient data. So that type of questions you may get in the exam also. Okay, I'll tell you. So in alarms, you have three status. One is in alarm, by heart. The second one is OK, and third one is insufficient data. Insufficient data. Right? These are the three status which are there, and the symbols also are there. Okay. So let us create an alarm. Let us create an alarm. So what is the alarm which we want to create? My CPU usage is more than 15-25%. I'll create that, and I should get a notification in my mailbox. Is this use case clear, everyone? I'm showing you. I'm creating an alarm. That too, it should be notified to my email. Again, I'm saying to my email that the CPU usage is gone beyond 25%. Got it, everyone?
Got it.
Is this interesting? Because these are the type which you need to keep inside the IT organizations, especially when you become a. See, once you get a notification, you will take early action. Otherwise, what will happen? See, I'm taking here as 25%, but in real time, maybe 80%. So that you immediately log in as an administrator, you take up action immediately. If there is no notification, what will happen? The server will die.
Correct.
Right? So let us learn about how to create an alarm and get a notification. So here I'll be showing you notification for email, but you can even do for SMS also. SMS charges are there. Email no charges. And the SMS charges is not 1 rupee, 2 rupee. They will charge in dollars. So that's why I'm ruling out. If you are lucky, you may not get. But anyway, I'm giving you proactively. I should tell what is the fact. That is the thing. If you are not charged, appreciate it. Okay. So we already created an instance. My instance ID is already there. I'm going to create an alarm. So just click the dashboard of alarm. I don't have anything. I don't have any alarms. You can see this one, create an alarm. So the first part of learning the metrics we have seen, we have gone through all the metrics dashboard. Okay, like now the second part, the create alarm. Just click that. Select the metrics. What metrics I want to create? EC2. For instance, metrics. Please ask me if you have any questions. I just give this particular one. Only one instance I have. So you see this one. I want CPU utilization. You can do anything else also, network or something like that. So I will do for CPU utilization. You can create multiple alarms also as needed. So I'm going to do this CPU usage. Where is that? Yeah, CPU utilization is there. Just click that CPU utilization. You can see this one. I have selected one of the metrics. Only one you can select. Once you select the metrics, automatically select the metrics option as highlighted. You can see this particular one. This is the graph, shortened graph, which is there. So what do you want to do? Metric name is CPU utilization, ID, instance ID you have taken, average, yeah, average, it's okay, average, leave it for a period of 5 minutes. 5 minutes is the default interval. Even if you select 1 minute also, it will take only 5 minutes. Pre-tire it is 5 minutes. Scroll down. So threshold type, whether it is static or anomaly detection. Static means greater than or equal to, the value I want to give 25%. See this one, this is the CPU utilization percentage. It's shown in the graph here, 0 to percentage. So 25 I'm giving here. If it is showing something else, then you have to give as per that. This is percent. Percent is always 100. So must be a number. So I did that. So you can see this additional configuration. So data points of alarm 1 out of 1. That's okay, default. I hope everything understood in this one. CPU utilization, instance ID, average, 5 minutes, static, greater than or equal to 25%. Or maybe you can even give 15% also, because I don't really require, I want to see the alarm at the earliest. And say next. Okay, so what do you want to do? You want to get a notification, yes or no? That is called a simple notification service, SNS. I'll show you here. I'm introducing another service, SNS. That is simple notification service. What do you need to do? You need to create a notification service and add subscribers. So select an existing SNS. I don't have any SNS. So create a new topic, or just create a new topic, whatever the topic name, leave it. So give your email ID, the endpoint. The endpoint should be your email ID. Okay. So here I give anand.keth@gmail.com. You give your only email ID, whatever it is, so that notifications will come directly. If you are already having a topic, it is okay. I don't have any topic, so that's why I'm creating a topic. So create a topic first time. Okay. So I have created the topic. You can see this one, default, only email. Email is also registered. You can see this particular one. So now also go through this Gmail. Open in a cognitive window. Email and see whether any notification has come. I'll open this one as it is, because notifications, when it has come, it will be there. I don't know what I have given. Oh. Has been changed 7 days ago, because this password I don't use much. Okay. Somehow I was successful. Yeah, you can see this one. There is one subscription confirmation notification has come. What do you need to do? You need to confirm. Then only you will become subscriber. AWS will not send notifications by default. Once you confirm subscription, you will get a message that subscription has been confirmed. Then only notifications will be sent to the mail ID. Is this clear, everyone? You need to log in and confirm your mail ID. So then onwards, AWS will send you notifications when any alarms come or something like that. Right? Okay. So now go back. So this is confirmed. This mail ID is confirmed. So what action? Action we will learn later. We can, that is the third part which I mentioned, right? Easy to action, you can do that. But I don't want to do anything. So here I have given a notification. If you want to do any auto scaling action, you can do that. You can do that. You can select and take another instance or something like that. But I am not doing anything now. I am not doing anything now. Easy to action also. You can shut down or take any action, terminate or stop or something like that. What action you want to take? That is the last part. But that is optional. That is optional. Say next. Alarm name. Maybe I'll say AL1. AL1. I can say CPU utilization alarm. Say next. So I have given 15 as a threshold. You can see here. The current graph is something like that. So create an alarm. So it's coming, just refresh. No alarms. Just wait, it's creating. It will show you. In the alarms dashboard also it will come. Successfully created, it is there at the top. Just wait. Meanwhile, what we can do, I'll just duplicate this one. And go to EC2. Yeah, it should come. Yeah, it is already there here. You can see this one. One has come here.
Reloading the page is displaying the data.
Okay, let me refresh here. Yeah, you are correct. So AL1 has shown status is okay. Status is okay. I mentioned the three things which are there. Once this green comes to this in alarm, then you will get a notifications. As of now, I don't have any notifications here. Where is that? It should be there in the other one. So nothing, no notifications which are there. So what I do, I go to the EC2. I go to the EC2, create a load like we did for auto scaling. Same thing we do that. So I just connect to this instance. See this one, this is green. If there is no data, initially it will be there, then there is no data, then it comes to insufficient data. So yes, let us wait for that. So you can see this particular one, I have connected to the instance, establishing connection. Okay, so sudo su hyphen, I'm into the hash. Okay, so what I can do, dd if equal to, or you can give, last time we have given command, right? Sudo, or I can say is xvda1 dd if equal to /dev xvda1 of equal to, I hope you all remember this one which we have created the load, dev null and say ampersand. Okay, so if equal to, so there are some process which are getting started, maybe 3 4, because you need to get average load of 15% at least for the next 5 minutes. Let me wait. And you can measure this top also, top tool which I mentioned earlier. So it is now using, so idle is 0, so it is, the CPU is fully utilized. Okay, if some of you wants this command, yes, you can see this command. This is the command. First command is sudo su hyphen. If you learned Linux, then it should be fantastic. Otherwise, my suggestion, sincere suggestion, please learn. So the command which I have given is dd if equal to, where is that? This particular one. If equal to, everyone, you can use the same command, /dev xvda1 of equal to /dev null and ampersand, and then you can just say top and just say top. So you can see this particular one, alarm should come. And here also I can say go back to instances because already I am connected. You just see the monitoring. If it is coming beyond 15%, you should see an alarm. So it is 0.396 only as of now. Enlarge, I'm giving the graph bigger one, large size, 0.35. There are number of multiple points which has come, but nowhere it is 15%. We should get beyond 50. Then you will get an alarm. This OK will go to alarm, and then you can check your mail. You will get a mail notification saying that CPU utilization has gone up. Anyone, any question also, please let me know. I can really help you. This is very important topic. People will ask you during the interviews, do you know how to configure alarms, CloudWatch, metrics, pulling, reports, because customer really ask all these things. and we need to present as an administrator. And this is also good for troubleshooting also. Where your CPU is higher, or maybe network is choking, at what time, peak time, etc., you get all the graph. See that one is instance, the other one is your terminal, the other one is your alarm. So I'm just waiting. That is not. After 5 minutes, you should see one shot up. Until unless you get nothing, you can see. Here also, I have another terminal, which is my mailbox. I don't have any mailbox as of now. You can see here, only the notifications are there. Yeah, if anyone got, please let me know. So still, this is an okay only. Let me check, still not yet. Very, very important topic, I tell you, this alarms. You'll get, I think, one question minimum. Yeah, not yet, not yet. So next shot you should see. So if anyone has got alarm, please let me know. Like if it crosses the threshold, yeah, I think you can see this one. My CPU utilization is 90%. See, from 0, it has shot to 90%. Average CPU utilization, 90.6. You should get an alarm now. Just refresh. It's okay. The metrics will be fed to this particular one. Okay, you should be able to get an alarm. So the status will immediately change once the matrix is touched this particular one from OK to this in alarm. Just wait. Yeah, in alarm. You can see this one. Status has changed in alarm. I hope everyone is observing. This is the thing which you should see in alarm. Okay, and now let us see that whether you have a mail. You have a mail notification. Okay, just let me refresh. Sometimes if it is not there in primary, go to promotions. Okay, you should be able to see. Yeah, I think I have an alarm. Yeah, I have an alarm. You can see this one. AWS notifications. Sometimes it will be there in promotions. Just click that. You see that you are receiving this email because Amazon CloudWatch alarm. Okay, AL1 in East North Virginia has entered into alarm state. Reason is threshold crossed. 91.3333, that is the value which has come, was greater than the equal threshold of 15 minimum OK data point alarm transition. So the status is now OK to alarm. You need to take up action accordingly. 300 seconds is the average time. Got it, everyone? Understood? So successfully we saw the alarm notification also. You can see check in promotions. Sorry?
Can we customize the content of the email?
You can do that. There is, I think, there is a way. I think I don't know much. I never focused on that, but definitely you can. Definitely you can. Because organizations do that. Developers know all those things.
Okay.
I think in actions or something like that, somewhere it is there. Settings, customization, somewhere it is there. What need to be written, etc. for alarms, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
In little bit of research is required. So I just stop this particular one. Okay, you can see the graph like this. This is about alarms. And now, as I mentioned already, in actions, okay, you can customize the alarm also. You can take up actions accordingly. Okay, so what actions you want to take? Here, I didn't do any actions. You can click actions. You can customize accordingly while creating itself, or later on also, you can customize what actions you can take to this alarm. So just say you can edit the metrics. We did all these things. In additional configuration, maybe what we can say, when the CPU utilization is greater than data points, what you need to do? Okay, static and anomaly. That's okay. Next, you can set up saying that probably what I'll do now, add EC2 action and say stop this instance in alarm. When it is status in alarm, I can stop the instance or terminate the instance also or reboot the instance. Is this clear? You can do that. Stop the instance. I'll do that and say update the alarm. So probably when the trigger happens, you can see what we call as the instance should go for a stop state. It is not now. When the next metrics come, if it is still beyond 15%, then you can see the alarm comes. Then you can really go see that the instance is shut down. I hope you all understood about what is actions.
Yes, sir.
The configuration
Okay.
is from actions and enable, right?
Right. And enable and take actions accordingly. That is the part. This is the continuation to alarms. You can define action to the alarm itself. Right. So we also understood about SNS. Right. Tell me.
If we have configured, for example, two alarms for this, like 15% and 25%, and we want some action to be taken when CPU utilization is beyond 25%.
Correct. You can do that.
But also configured for 15%, so we get an alarm at 15% notification.
Alarm 1 is different, alarm 2 is different.
We also get a notification once the CPU usage is below 15%.
Average, absolutely. So alarm 1 will act independently, alarm 2 will act independently. Whatever is the thing which you have defined, accordingly it will take up action.
So when the CPU
There is no interconnection.
beyond 15%, I would get a notification that
absolutely
alarm is cleared.
Correct. So if you have one alarm for 15%, you will get it. If you have another alarm for the same instance for 25%, you will get another alarm. Probably if both of them trigger at the same time, you will get two notifications.
Can we manually clear this alarm from the console if we wanted
Absolutely.
to?
Absolutely. I'll delete that. You can customize, you can even delete whatever it is. You can see the alarms. I'll delete the alarm.
This is, we are deleting the alarm what we have configured. I just wanted to delete the alarm which got generated when it reached 15%.
No, you can't do that. Already notification has been sent.
Okay.
No IT company will agree to that.
I mean,
if you want to manipulate with, no. Amazon doesn't provide that way. No way. See, alarms are basically for the integrity, right? Alarms and also notifications, monitoring. Why do we do monitoring? If someone admin can manipulate all these things, then what for? You can delete the alarm as needed.
Utilization comes below 15%. This in alarm will move to OK.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Next trigger should come. No alarms is there now. You see this one? It will switch back again. Okay. So it has pushed you the notification. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll also show you something which is called as custom alarms. How you can custom notifier, that is metrics. That is called as we call as namespace. Okay, we call as namespace. I'll just tell you. So in metrics, you have, sorry, not this, default, which you have seen, and custom metrics. We call this custom metrics as namespace. You have to create a namespace. Okay. So once the namespace is created, how to create a namespace? I shown you in this video. Don't try with careful. There is a good amount of technicalities. Where is that? CloudWatch. Yeah, you can see this. So 19 minutes is there. So I'll just forward the things which are there.
Now that you are here,
You are
start
able
your
to see,
website
you are able to hear my sound now? Sound?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, because I enabled now.
with Hostinger today. Fast loading, efficient support.
Hello and good day.
And
My
there is
name
a
is Anand.
documentation also
In this AWS web
of
series,
CloudWatch. I'll just show you. Here itself it is there. You can see this particular one. Otherwise, it is there in what we call as in your sessions folder also. This is how to create a custom metrics.
which I want to demonstrate about
Maybe-
this CloudWatch. Actions
I'll
and
just
discover
activity.
insights to optimize
There is
your
some theory
applications
behind
and
first.
ensure they're running smooth. So you can see here, this is my EC2, which I have already an instance running.
Okay. So it is a Linux server. So initial part will
On
be
the
for
metrics.
metrics,
So this is the dashboard of the
which
inbuilt
we already
metrics.
gone through.
What you
Let me go through the
can
custom
select,
metrics.
these are all various metrics which are available
I
in built.
demonstrated.
So if I want CPU utilization, I do here monitoring. You see here the CPU utilization graph. You can get a bar graph. Suppose if you want only of
Yeah.
full access.
Yeah. For the members, this is not again compulsory. This is only for the members who are really interested. Creating a custom CloudWatch for EC2 instance metrics. So what is that instance metrics which I am going to create is something CloudWatch full access. And so this is the role which we need to create. So in Amazon Linux, I think we are trying to get a metrics called as date change, date, time, seconds, everything, the change. That's all which is there. I have taken the source code from GitHub. You can see this particular one also, which is there. Time.sh, that is the shell script. You can also download this particular one as needed. Okay, this particular one, and run all these things. You can see this particular one, how it is
And
run.
then we will watch create one matrix, which I'll be showing you.
So
Okay.
first is that you need
So
to
here-
create a role. You need to create a role and attach to CloudWatch, because this CloudWatch and EC2 should communicate between.
I'm going to my IAM, Identity and Access Management, or I can simply type IAM. Okay. So I can create a
So
role.
I'm just forwarding. You can see this particular one,
Various
role
kind
creation.
of policies. You can say CloudWatch, I want this matrix full.
Full access
Select this particular one and provide a name.
for EC2.
Okay, key tags are okay. I'll say a role name and I can say CloudWatch. I can say my name Anand. This is a role name, CloudWatch. Create a role. So the first task is done. So you can see the role is created. I mean, you can even filter that. CloudWatch. Yeah, you can see this one. This is my role.
Role
which
has
has
been created. Now attach
Now-
role to your EC2.
Now what I'm going to do, I will assign this role to this instance which I have created. So in this service, go to EC2 dashboard. Okay, what I can do is running instances.
Step by step, I have shown you this
So
lab.
here under actions, I can attach this one. In instance settings, attach or replace IAM role to this
Now
instance.
it is security. That is.
So I'll attach this role, CloudWatch. Okay, and say apply. Yeah, operation is succeeded. Now what I'm going to do, I will log into this instance. The next step, I'll show you the So this part is done. We have attached. Okay, go to this fifth. So I need to log into this instance and then install this GIT and also Python. If I want, I can. Otherwise, I can copy this framework which is there. So I'll go to this dashboard. So I'm logged into the instance for the first time. Provide my keys. Okay, so the steps which are needed is you need to sudo yum update -y first time. Yeah, nothing to update. And now install the packages. So the package which are need to be installed is okay. First you can sudo yum install python -pip and
GitHub. So from there you need to access.
So it will take some time to install all the packages. Right, this is done. So now you can see
AWS
even
CLI
this
also
AWS also should work. Yeah, it is working. CLI mode. Now you can ask this what is this date? We want to create this Unix date plus %s.
So this
Should
will show in
seconds,
seconds,
and so
the
on.
total date.
So this is one of the metrics we want to capture. So what I'm going to do, I have installed and now we are in the sixth step. See, I have this source code time, this one. So this I just wanted to copy.
This is the namespace.
And sudo vi time.sh. This is short script custom metrics which we are. So ensure that first is that the region of US East 1 is same, and of course the other thing which is cloud metrics data name is current Unix time. This is
That
the
is the
name of
namespace.
matrix, and namespace is my name, and this date plus s is the matrix which we are collecting. What will happen is you can put this script in the cron tab. So that is my next step.
So if you are familiar in cron
if you
tab,
keep
you
it in
can
the cron
understand.
tab, then automatically the metrics will be collected to your
Periodically.
It runs automatically. So I can say chmod a plus x time.sh. Sorry, sudo chmod a plus x time.sh. And now I can even select this cron tab -l. There is no cron tab as of now. So pwd. So this is the current path. So cron tab -e for edit. So I can
just
use
copy
this
paste
particular one. I want every minute to be captured. That is */1. First field is second, third, fourth, fifth, home /ec2 -user. Okay, time.sh. That's enough. This is the current path which I had copied. So I have saved this. You can use even nano editor also. And then now you can see this custom metric should start. Let me see whether my time.sh is okay or not. Let me try to execute. Yeah, without errors it has come. So once this is executed, and also the cron tab will keep on repeating every 1 minute, and this is collected into this Anand K namespace. So here I can go to my custom namespace in this CloudWatch. This is my CloudWatch.
No.
I go to this CloudWatch dashboard, and you can see in this metric. Yeah, you can see this Anand K metric which has come. This is called.
This is your metrics which you have configured over there.
What we call as this is called as a custom one, and you can select this one metric with no dimension. It is triggering. Current Unix time is the one which is there. Add to search. Okay, So once if you do this, add to graph, it will display the graph accordingly as needed. You can see here the current Unix time. This is called as the customized. So
They
every 1
started
minute
collecting all
it captures. So once it captures, you can see the display
Values
of
getting
various kind
displayed.
of activities which are there.
Or refresh.
Okay,
Just
this
wait.
is how we can capture, and we will also try to learn about how you can create an alarm. Alarm is again very.
Is this clear? Revant, I think you asked me, right? The custom metrics, you need to have good exposure on scripting. Okay, but don't try. If you want, you can. But good knowledge in Linux is also essential. So that is about the CloudWatch. That is the CloudWatch. We learned about CloudWatch, the presentation, and also we learned about the metrics. Okay, for a particular instance. We also learned about the second part, which is the alarms. Okay, that is more important. Alarms. We triggered one of the alarm. We saw that alarm. We created some load, and we could see that notifications also we learned. That is one thing. Another thing which we have learned, notifications. And the third part is events or actions, whatever you can configure, and you can see those things triggered. And in a video demonstration, I have shown you about the custom metrics. Okay, so that is about this CloudWatch. That is about CloudWatch. Right. If there are no questions, then we will also go ahead with the CloudTrail, which is again a very short service. This is event logging. So this is basically monitoring basically all the activities which are there are triggered, etc. This is basically log collection. You almost all Linux administrators understand what is the meaning of var log. So the same thing, all type of events, like it can be as simple as account logging in or some activity, deletion, anything which is there, all the things are recorded, but not for your servers. It's for your account activity. It's for your account activity. Okay, please understand this one. For your account activity, which service you have used, at what time, everything will be recorded in this what we call as CloudTrail. I'll show you CloudTrail. Just go to CloudTrail. So you see track user activity and API uses. All the services in your cloud can be monitored, can be learned what are all the things which are used. So here you see this one, by default 90 days is free for all. 90 days of the collections. You see this one, it will be collected automatically. It will be collected automatically. Where is that? You can say go to the dashboard. Go to the dashboard. You see this one. This is my dashboard. See this one. Trials. Create a trial. I have not created any trial. You can see the activities here. Event history. Event history. So you see this one. Right from the beginning, you can see this one. Full history. If you ask for full history, it will show you the full. Whatever are the activities which you have done will be shown. So here delete alarms, assume role, put metrics, and so, create a topic. Even when you have created EC2 with timestamp, everything will be there. Create a role, assume role. You see this one? If you want to download all the things, you can download all the things. Download as CSV, you can download. Or you can even go to Athena table. You see this one, I have downloaded already. The last 90 days will be available. Event history shows you the last 90 days of management events. That is free. So what if beyond 90 days? I'll tell you. First let us complete this one. The complete history is getting downloaded. You see this one? It is still downloading. And you can keep it for your audit team or something like that. You can give it what are all the activities which are happening in the cloud. They ask you, and you can give this particular event history. No manipulations here. So you see this one, what are all the things which are there? You see this one, this is the user ID. You can see this username. You see this access key, we are doing from user ID. Event, this is more important, timestamp. Sorry. All the activities, timestamp, which is there. And from sales, source, which service, EC2, SNS, whatever it is. Event name, what is the action taken, from which region, from source IP, your IP also is tracked completely. And this is fully monitored. People often do monitoring for this one also.
The CloudTrail is there. No one should tamper this particular log file. So they monitor this one. If anyone is tampering, then they'll get an alarm. So that part is also there. You can see user agent, still more. And you can see recipient account ID. This is your account ID. So all these things are part of your CloudTrail. Is this clear till now?
Yes, sir.
Now what if I want to have more than 90 days? What if I want to have more than 90 days? Create a trial. Create a trial. This will be for everlasting, and normally they do that. Normally everyone, see there is a pricing. The pricing is for, see whenever you create a trial, it will ask you where do you keep all these logs? Normally in your bucket. You can dedicate one of the bucket, and that bucket can be monitored. So the bucket usage will be charged. How much amount? The GBs or whatever it is, because log files keeps on increasing. So whatever is the size, that will be charged. Okay, you can see that in pricing also. You can see CloudTrail, the bucket charges will be there. Okay, estimates or free trial. So for us, there is no charge. You can see 30-day free trial period, which is there, lakes, etc. Trials, 1 copy of your S3, free for all of you. So I will create a trial. What is? I hope you all can see what I am doing. Create a trial. Management events, you leave it as it is. The bucket folder name, whatever you want, you can just say create a trial. It will create. So you see this one, there is a trial created. Automatically what happens, once you create your trial, you go to S3 bucket. There is a bucket created for you. See this one, this is management events. So all the things will be pushed. All the things can be pushed. So this is your S3. You see this one, CloudTrail logs. After a few minutes, it's not immediately you'll get AWS logs is a directory, your region, your account ID, CloudTrail, your region, all the things will come. Suppose if you do some activity, like I'll say in a sandbox, not this, maybe EC2, I'll terminate the system, I'll terminate. It should record over there. Let me show you. As I no more need this particular instance. So what I do, I just terminate under actions, instance status, I'll terminate. So this is one of the activity which we have done, and it should be recorded, So it is going for a shutdown, and this goes. So it will not go instantaneously. Maybe every minute or something like that, it goes. So there is a trigger time. So I think 3 minutes or something like that, and the logs, everything will be pushed. So it will come, just wait. The logs, or sometimes you need to wait a little bit because we have configured just now. It needs to, the agent should set up. I hope everyone understood about this CloudTrail log.
Yes.
CloudWatch, CloudTrail, both services are very, very important. One is for monitoring, the other one is for logging, event logging. Default is 90 days, you can download. Beyond 90 days, you need to create a trial and put it in the, you can store in bucket or Athena table. Later on, you can even go for Athena table also. Athena is nothing like a database, simple database. Okay, it's not RDBMS, but it is a database. I think I don't require this one. Right, I'm closing. I think by this time I should get something. If not, just wait. I can't say anything. CloudTrail, it should come. Your region should come, North Virginia or something, and then the logging will start activities. Each and every activity will be started. Maybe we'll wait for some more time. Yeah, any other questions from you all regarding these two? So today we have learned 3 services. One is CloudWatch, second one is CloudTrail. Can anyone tell me what is the third service which we have learned?
Notification.
Sorry?
Notification.
Absolutely, SMS. Simple notification service. That is also very important service.
right? So please do all those things, very, very important. Today, one of my student has completed solutions architect. I was very happy. He got something like 753, something like that score. Yeah, with a good effort he has done, but today he succeeded. So I want all of you should get succeeded like that. That is my anticipation. Put your efforts. Everyone will succeed definitely. Thing is that start working on what we call as the questions which are there. See, again I tell you. Meanwhile, I'll just tell you some important things. You should start working because we have very less time. So if you are serious for the exam writing, I'll tell you the things which is there. Sessions 19, you go over there, sessions 19, exam review and interview questions, which has good amount of resources for all of you. Good amount of resources. So if you are going for solutions architect, I recommend solutions architect. Okay, if you are going for practitioner, this is the one. Go to this particular folder. You have several things which are there. See, there are some file which I have loaded very few days back. You see this one, this is one dump which is corrected. Actually, there were some errors which are there. This is the first dump, and the questions which are corrected along with students. You see this one, 500 plus questions are there in this, 500 plus. So my suggestion, please go through these things. Please go through. Questions are very tricky. I tell you, you have to basically work across. See, 158 pages is there, questions only. So you may not be able to do everything in one go, I tell you, but still start doing daily 10, 20, 25. Later on, you can even scale up a little bit more. See, I'll tell you one of the simple question. I'll read this particular one, just understand this one. A solutions architect, questions will more or less you'll see like this on the solutions architect. Okay, like is designing a high performance cluster. I think we have not done that high performance cluster. You can understand that it is somewhat like a load balancer, workload on EC2. EC2 instances needs to communicate each other frequently and require network performance with low latency and high throughput. This type of questions. So which EC2 configuration meets the requirement? So cluster placement group in one availability zone. That is the answer. Yeah, you can see this one. That is the answer. Like that, very simple only. Sometimes it will be simple, sometimes it will be tricky, maybe I'll take something else, a shorter one. A company captures clickstream data from multiple websites and analyzes it into batch processing. The data is loaded into Amazon Redshift. It is also a kind of database and is consumed by business analysts. The company wants to move towards near real-time data processing in time insights side. Today I mentioned about insights. It's a graphical representation. So solutions should provide the streaming data with minimal effort and less operational overhead. Which combination of AWS are most cost-effective solution? So two he asked, choose two. So here I have not spoken about Kinesis, but here the Kinesis data Fyros, and there is these topics will be spoken next week. So like that, please go through. Some of the topics are covered and some of the topics not yet covered. Okay, like this, a solutions architect is deploying a distributed database on multiple Amazon EC2 instances. The database stores all data on multiple instances, so it can withstand the loss of an instance. The database requires block storage with latency and throughput to support several million transactions per second per server. Which storage solution should the solutions architect use? It is instant store. You can see this one. Tricky questions will be there. Tricky questions. Certain things you need to start reading also, and then you will understand. Okay, the main textbook also you need to go through, and then see certain questions are not from this particular one, but still you can go through all these things. Start working collectively also as needed. This is one dump. Here also there are some dumps which are there. You can go through all these dumps also, whichever is flexible. So whichever is flexible. Many questions are there. 500 plus questions are there. See, if you want only questions, there is one dump here. Only Q. You don't have answers here. But if you want answers, you can go with answers. You want to get answers with discussions, you can go through. So here this fellow mentioned D and D. Sometimes this fellow has said A and D is correct. So go through all these things. A and D is correct. Don't get carried out with the answers which he is giving.
So he'll say that why this is A and D, D is wrong. Why? So go through all this things. That's the reason why I have given this one. The answer is A and D. A and D is correct. Some people will debate a lot, but we can't do anything. Just go follow the stream. Follow the stream. You will get something or the other. That is one way of learning. That is one way. There is nothing in this world which is called 100% correct. We need to get our maturity to an extent. Yeah? Any questions? Yeah, any questions from any members?
Nothing.
It's too early, I know, but start working. 3 areas. One, your book, which I given you the day one, 3,000 rupees cost. Right? Important points. 44 pages, something like that. Please go through that. Third one, the dumps. And also your labs. Labs will make you more confident. More confident. If you do all these things, no doubt passing solutions architect is not a tough job. I'm not saying that it is easy, but simultaneously it is not very tough. Your preparation will definitely yield your success. Yeah, any questions from anyone?
So this cloud trial, when we configure it manually more than 90 days, can this be auto-emailed to an email address which we have given? Or do we have to store it in S3 bucket and download it
S3
as
only,
well?
S3 only. No email, no email. If you want, you can get notifications. That's all. That you need to configure through S3. Sorry, that is watch. You need to configure your using watch.
And second thing, we have configured this cloud trial for existing EC2 instance, right? So if we delete this instance, do
that
we
also
still
notified?
Sorry?
That also will be notified in that cloud trail.
So logs will still be existing in the bucket.
Everything will be there. Even if you delete, all the activities will be there. Because that is helpful for, that is most important for your auditing team, right?
Yeah,
QA team. They ask for the complete log. They'll ask latest log to be pulled from the system.
Okay.
Right? Because no one should basically tamper the log file. So otherwise they'll ask you to give the access of the log.
Okay. And the thing what I've noticed is the alarm when in CloudWatch, when CPU usage is going below the threshold what we have set, and alarm is moving from in alarm to OK, we are not getting an email notification. I can see the alarm status
You
as
will not get, only for alarm you will get.
Yeah, that's what. Okay.
Why should we get alarm for OK?
I mean, clearing since the alarm is clear,
no.
I thought a notification would
If you want, you can configure for that.
Okay.
Alarm, whatever is configured, based on that, if the trigger value arises, then only you will get a notification.
Okay, so we can still configure it, when the alarm state changes, we can still configure a notification.
You can have multiple alarms, multiple notifications accordingly.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So I think today I will stop a little bit because I want to take a little bit rest. Okay. Tomorrow we will continue with. Anyway, we have completed the topics. I thought of having one KC today. We will have it tomorrow, KC. Right? And tomorrow we will go through with some of the additional topics like simple what we call as services like simple email services, simple notification services, simple queuing service, and a simple workflow service. All these things we will learn. Very simple, but very, very important for us. Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, any questions before we log off or sign off for today? No questions? Okay, fine. Please have your practice well and do keep me asking questions, anything which is there. Okay, bye from me and let us again.
Bye, sir.
Yeah, bye. Thank you, everyone.